Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Sharad Deshmukh. We are studying sterilization and disinfection. In the disinfection, we are already studying some chemical agents. Among the chemical agents, we have already seen alcohols, aldehydes, dyes, halogens, and phenols. Today we are going to see about the surface active agents, metallic salts, and the gases. Let us first start with the gases. In the gases, generally there are three agents: formaldehyde, ethylene oxide, and beta propiolactone. First, we will see about the formaldehyde gas. Although everybody know the formaldehyde is commonly used in the solution in 37% as a formalin. But if it want to use as a gas, it is generated by addition of 150 gram of KMnO4 to 280 ml of formalin per 1000 cubic feet area. That means you required this quantity 150 gram of KMnO4 and 280 ml of formalin for 1000 cubic feet area, and it is widely employed for the fumigation of operation theaters and other rooms. Other rooms means you can also sterilize the laboratories or the closed areas, the inoculation room, which are commonly used in the laboratories. They are sterilized by using the fumigation. So this agent is able to kill both the spores and vegetative cells. Also it is able to kill the viruses and the fungi. So its killing property is due to inactivating the enzymes, and also it acts as a strong reducing agent. It requires the condition like humidity 70% and 22 degrees centigrade. So this is the most important point. For the action of the formaldehyde, you need 70% of the humidity, and the optimum temperature requires the 22 degrees centigrade. Then it will act very powerful sterilizing agent. Among the gas, next one is the most important is the ethylene oxide. It is colorless liquid with boiling point of 10.7 degrees centigrade, and it has very highly penetrating power with a sweet ethereal smell. It is also effective against all types of microorganisms including viruses and bacterial spores also. So it is used in combination with the inert gases like nitrogen or the carbon dioxide. So it is also having the power, or how it acts by alkylating amino, carboxyl and hydroxyl group of the proteins. This ethylene oxide, it also reacts with the RNA and DNA of the bacterial cell and inactivate it. So this agent is better than the formaldehyde. Now we'll see what are the points in which they are better than the formaldehyde. The first one is it is less expensive and readily available. It does not condense or polymerize. It has the very deep penetration power. It quickly removed by aeration. It is readily penetrable through the plastic also. So these points helps that how it is the better than the formaldehyde. The ethylene oxide is used especially for sterilizing the heart-lung machines, respirators, sutures, dental equipment, and books. It is also used to sterilize glass, metal, and paper surfaces, clothings, plastics, oil, some foods, and tobacco. The third agent is the beta propiolactone. It acts by binding to the DNA and inactivates it. Its mechanism of action is similar to that of the earlier agent, that is ethylene oxide. It is also used in the fumigation. For sterilization purpose, 0.2% of the BPL is used. BPL means it is the beta propiolactone. So it has also the high rapid biocidal activity, and it is very effective against the viruses. The more efficient for the biological product. So mainly the biological products are sterilized by using the beta propiolactone, one of the most effective agent for sterilizing the biological product. It is used for sterilization of nutrient broth, blood plasma, milk, and water also. It is also used for the sterilization of the medical equipment and tissue graft. The next agent we will see the surface active agents and heavy metals or the metallic salts. The first about the surface active agents. The surface active agents, or also known as the surfactants, are a group of chemical compound that lowers the surface tension. So it means the substances which reduce the surface tension are known as the surface active agents, or sometimes we also use the term surfactants. The surfactants are major ingredients mainly in the soaps and detergents. These detergents may be the anionic detergents. So anionic detergents are used for laundry. They have negatively charged anions at one end attached to long hydrophobic chain. Similarly, the second agent is the cationic detergents, which have positively charged cation. Cationic detergents are widely used in the form of the quaternary ammonium salts, or these are also quaternary ammonium compounds, and in short it is referred as the quats. These are stable, non-toxic, colorless, odorless, tasteless, and less expensive. It is markedly bactericidal, active against the gram-positive organism, mainly by acting by disturbing the plasma membrane of the bacterial cell. It is also active against the fungi, protozoa, and enveloped viruses, but it has no action on the spores and tubercle bacilli. This may be used as antiseptics or disinfectant surfaces. In household cleaner, it is commonly used. It is also used in the skin disinfectant and the mouthwash. The heavy metals and the metallic salts. The heavy metals, these are able to kill the microbes by binding to the proteins. That means it acts by coagulating the proteins, and ultimately it is acting on the enzymes, which are also the proteins. So they are inhibiting the enzyme activity action due to the interference with the enzymes of mainly the SH radical and also the metabolites. They have the oligodynamic in action. Oligodynamics means powerful in the very small concentration. Oligo means small, dynamic means power. They are marked bacteriostatic, weak bactericidal, and limited fungicidal activity. The heavy metals mainly includes the mercury, silver, copper, and their salts, which are used as disinfectants. First, we'll see about the mercury. The mercury compound, they act by binding to the sulfur containing amino acid within the proteins and inhibiting their function. So they are interfering with the proteins mainly containing the sulfur containing amino acids. They are used for the many centuries to treat the syphilis. In the earlier period, they are used for treating the syphilis. The compounds of the mercury, such as the mercury chloride or the oxide, they are the bactericidal and having the fungicidal activity. They are used in the topical antiseptic. These compounds, that is the mercurochrome containing the mercury in very low concentration, and methylate, that is it is a tincture. That means tincture means the mercury is dissolved in the alcohol. These were commonly used. In recent decades, the use has diminished because of its toxicity. So nowadays it is not in the more commonly used because of its toxic action. The second agent is the silver. It is used as antiseptic in ancient times. So we know that in the old age or old period, we are using the various metal such as the silver, and the drinking water was stored in the silver jugs. These were in the common use. The one of the compound like silver nitrate containing drops were used for the infant eye, and mainly they are able to cause the ophthalmia neonatum, that is by the organism known as the gonococci. The silver incorporated into the catheters and the bandages to inhibit the growth of the bacteria. The third compound which is commonly used is the copper. The copper is generally used as a copper sulfate and it is commonly used as a algicide. The copper sulfate is used in the lakes, swimming pools, fish tanks, the copper linings in the incubators. They are also act to reduce the contamination of the cell culture. Use of copper pots for the water storage, it is well known for everybody. Nowadays also in the particularly in the rural area we are using the copper pots for the storage of the waters, and ultimately because of its action they help to reduce the microbial flora. The copper coatings are becoming popular nowadays because of its antibacterial activity. These are used for the doorknobs, cabinet hardware in healthcare facilities, and to reduce the ultimately the spread of the microbes. Now all these disinfectant should have to be tested whether they are powerful or the not. For testing of the disinfectants, the mainly two methods are used: radial Walker test and Chick-Martin test. Among these, the first one we'll see about the radial Walker test, where the phenol is used as a standard and the bacterial culture is used is the typhoid bacillus, and here the test disinfectant is diluted and similar dilution of the phenols are also prepared, and a fixed volume of the typhoid bacilli is added into the both and allowed to act for the fixed time, and it is observed the highest dilution of the test disinfectant which inhibit the growth of the typhoid bacilli in a given time as compared to that of the phenol at the similar concentration, and based on that you can determine the phenol coefficient which is used as a standard phenol as a standard. The second test is the Chick-Martin test, where the disinfectants acts in presence of organic matter. The method is the same, but only this is done in presence of the organic matter, that is the dry dist or the feces, because it is acting in the natural condition like that one. That's why you are using along with the organic matter. And these are the two methods which are commonly using to test the disinfectants. Thank you. We'll see the remaining part in the next lecture.